What's going on, guys? Good afternoon, good evening, however you're watching this. Man, we are dry of hot fix news. I haven't seen, I kind of got spoiled from Digital Eclipse dropping a hot fix every 24 hours and testing it out, and we get to laugh at it or laugh with the patch that came out. But I have something else interesting that happened. So I was watching a stream, the On Blast show, summoning James MK. If you guys don't know who these guys are, these are some real, and when I say they're real OGs in the Mortal Kombat scene, specifically the retro Mortal Kombat scene. So I was hee ha ha, laughing because you see two old guys, they're trying to map their buttons, but then I started to realize, like, holy shit, like, this is pretty bad. Like, they couldn't map their buttons. It wasn't that they were just old, like, it was bad. So I watched most of the stream, but then James MK himself broke down the collection. So we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna take a look at what James MK has to say, and a lot of you shills might not like what he has to say, but okay. So we know about the situation with James, right? But I wanted to add this in to show that I'm not just glazing some random old guy on Twitter, okay? This is James MK. This is the work he's did. He's written these books, these strategy guides, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat 3, Sub-Zero, MK2, Mace, Primal Rage. He's written these books, but he also worked on these games as well. He wrote me all the list of fucking games he did. And I'm gonna read them off to you to let you know this dude knows what the fuck he's talking about, all right? Just let you know. Bart versus Space Mutants, Bart versus Radioactive Man, Bart versus the World, Bart versus Beanstalk, Bart's Nightmare, Simpsons Camp, Deadly, Krusty's Funhouse. I played every single one of these fucking games. He worked on Narc, Arch Rivals, Terminator 2, Trog, MK1, MK2, Revolution X, NBA Jam, WWF WrestleMania, Super High Impact, Smash TV, WWF Royal Rumble, King of the Ring, WrestleMania, Super WrestleMania, WWF Raw. I played all those fucking games. RoboCop 3, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Ferrari Grand Prix Challenge, Double Dragon 3 Rosetta Stone, George Foreman, KO Boxing, Aliens 3, Predator 2, Championships, World Class Soccer, Spider-Man versus Maximum Carnage, NFL Quarterback Challenge, Spider-Man X-Men Arcade Revenge, Roger Clemens Baseball, Addams Family, Incredible Crash Test Dummies, Spider-Man Return to Sinister Six, WWF Steel Cage Challenge, Steel Empire, and Amazing Spider-Man. The dude's been the fuck around, okay? And he's not here to fuck around. He's done some shit. He has some accolades, okay? This is development stuff. We're not talking about competitive stuff either in the Mortal Kombat retro scene either. He knows what he's talking about. A little bit, right? The dude might have a passion or two about the video games, don't you think? So this is just some of James' accolades before I continue on with the story. As I proceed, just have this in mind that this dude did all of this. MK wise, look at all the books he did. Like I think I owned half of these books as a kid, dude. So he's putting to work. And shout out to James. Thanks for writing me back with a list of everything, bro. I appreciate you. But man, dude, this dude has been in the streets, and the streets are speaking. So let's listen. Here we go. And I know they did it because I've seen what they said. I even had something to say about it. So we're gonna break it down what he says. He says, "My MK Legacy Kollection Breakdown, the brutal truth." And he says, "Today I'm briefly." He used the word briefly, is not brief. He actually went really in depth. So shout out to him for that. Shout out to James MK, man, for being a OG and just being real. He was being honest, truthfully honest and constructive with this. So today I'm briefly breaking down Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection, playing local 2-player with arcade sticks and comparing it to the gold standard of retro fighters, Fightcade. Spoiler alert, One of these works, the other is a train wreck dressed like nostalgia. I wonder which one. I'll start by giving credit where it's due. The intro cinematic is nice, clean visual, solid vibe. For a split second, you think, hey, maybe they didn't screw this up. And I 100% agree. When you first boot up that shit, you're like, damn, right? Then you hit the menus, and reality slaps you harder than a Kano fatality. The interface is slick but confusing. It's like the devs designed it while blindfolded, throwing random options into different menus just to see what sticks. Why is there a separate menu for overall settings and specific game settings? Why can't I just tweak everything from one place like a normal person? It's called the user experience, not user maze. So I guess he gave the overall score 8 out of 10, or I'm guessing menu score 8 out of 10, mostly for presentation, not logic. So he's breaking down each section. So each part of the game is going to have an overall grade. So the menu UI experience is 8 out of 10, which is pretty generous because the UI is good and really bad. So here we go. Control configuration, aka Digital Eclipse's crime against humanity. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Button mapping. Yes, this isn't just bad, it's spectacularly awful. Trying to configure controls on PC with 2 arcade sticks feels like a punishment from the gods. I've experienced pain in my life. I've played MK Special Forces, but this is like giving yourself a facial with broken glass while juggling live wires. God damn. And the best part, you finally map everything, then switch games, and boom, your button layout is scrambled like eggs. Every single time. Whoever approved this system needs to be banned from touching a controller again. And he gave this score not a 10 out of 10, negative 10 out of 10. Yes, negative 10 because suffering should be documented. Sorry. Wow. I 100% agree with that. I'm not trying to echo chamber what he says because I've kind of said a lot of things, but it's good to see someone who's been in this MK space competitively, professionally, all so many different ways since the beginning, from MK1 all the way to where we're at. You know, he's been in the scene. He's sponsored players. He's hosted tournaments, hosted events, put a lot of money into players. He's brought players in, all kinds of shit, dude. Competitively, in the arcade, offline, everything, dude. So there's all kinds of shit. It's not just some legacy collection shit. This dude's been doing this for years. And that control shit is true. That is trash. Like when I did submit it. I did submit my issue I had with Mortal Kombat. It happened with me online on Trilogy. I noticed my buttons are set. I've never changed my buttons, but then I was playing online one time and my block button was swapped around, and I'll go to switch it. You pull the menu up, and it just shows you only have 2 block buttons. No run. The run option was just gone. Just weird shit like that. On top of what they're dealing with, trying to get arcade sticks mapped, to each game. Granted, I don't think they did the profile thing, but it's still a nightmare. At the end of the day, it's still a nightmare. But there's a way to map the newer run button Mortal Kombats, and you can map MK1 and 2 Mortal Kombats, So it would be like the same ones. You can do that, but it's still, the way they have it set up is it's a nightmare for sure. So negative 10 out of 10 from James MK. Oh, let's keep going. This is getting good. Visual presentation. The graphics, question mark. Mediocre at best, embarrassing at worst. If you're looking for authentic nostalgia, stick to Fightcade, because this looks like someone smeared Vaseline on your monitor and called it retro. CRT filters a joke, agreed. Pixel scaling is off. Colors are washed out, and everything in this weird piss urine yellow tint that screams cheap emulation. It's like playing in a 1993 Penn Station arcade with every monitor screaming for a degas button. See, that's some old school shit you guys don't know. Or is it degas button. Even worse, if you try to fix it using their visual filters, the frame rate tanks and input delay spikes. Yes. So you can either look at garbage or feel garbage. Save these types of filters for the ugly guys and gal streamers to make them visually appealing on camera instead of the pimple infested monsters they are IRL. Score 2 out of 10. Yeah, the visual, I don't like, I'm not a fan of the filters, so I'm not gonna shit on the filters. I just, in any retro game, collection or whatever, I always turn that shit off. I play it original aspect ratio, however it originally looks, because I don't know. I'm cool with sometimes, like I think the Marvel vs. Capcom collection has some cool borders on the side that are actually cool. So I don't mind those, but I still turn that off. Um yeah, I don't like them. And then the input lag thing, I have to, and like I will ugh, dude, the input lag's really bad because it's inconsistent. It'd be different if it was like a consistent input lag. It's like it spikes to the point where you have dropped inputs, and it's annoying because it's these games. I've never experienced that in these games before until now, which is pissing me off. But when I want to have fun with it, sometimes it works and it's fun. So he gave it a 2 out of 10. I agree. Local gameplay. Local play isn't completely unplayable, but it's far from good. There's noticeable input lag, animations feel off, and movement doesn't hit with the same impact as the arcade originals. If you're playing with friends casually, you might still have fun, mostly from the nostalgia and trash talk, but not because of the game, for sure. But if you're a veteran who knows knows how these classics should feel, it's painful. It's like watching a remake of your favorite movie where every scene is slightly offbeat and half the dialogue is wrong. Score 6 out of 10, saved only by friendship and beer. That's fair. The I didn't play too much local. I played like very briefly local. But like I said, getting past the setting up your controls is annoying. Now, if you had like 2 Xbox controllers or 2 PlayStation 4 controllers, it might work okay. And if you just don't mind the layout, it might be fine. But I think like once you start adding the arcade sticks and people have certain ways that they play button wise, that's where it becomes a nightmare. So I can imagine. And then it does feel off. It definitely feels off. I feel it. And I can also say I felt an improvement as well, but it's still off for sure. Online experience. Oh boy. I can't wait. Online play. Where do I start? It's not catastrophic, but it's about as stable as Combat Tomb floor tile. Lag spikes, input delay, missing features makes it feel like a 2004 Xbox Live, not a 2025 release. Agreed. Which is sad because Xbox Live at least had private matches and rank match and all these other features. So it's like, I can't even compare it to that. And when it does work, it feels more like luck than design. It's a kid who says, I'm sorry every time he breaks something, and you forgive him until he does it again 5 minutes later. Yeah. Score 5.5 out of 10. And that's me being polite, which I'm not. Yeah. So the online, when it works, it's fun. I played some matches with my boy Advanced Balls yesterday. No lag, ran fine. No input delays, no input drops. It ran perfectly fine. And I think I played like one other person online. Perfectly fine. I played Dynasty online. It ran perfectly fine. That I think. But then I'll play somebody else and it run like shit. And I play another person and it runs like shit. And it's like, and you start to feel it. And you hear it, feel it all above. It's like, oh my God. So that's the online is very inconsistent, especially for a game that advertises rollback netcode. Final verdict. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is a mess, a lazy nostalgia grab pretending to be a tribute. If this was supposed to be, is this supposed to honor the classes that built the MK Empire? It's more like a tombstone engraved with excuses. Final score 3 out of 10, a failed tribute, sloppy emulation job, sad reminder of how far Legacy has fallen. Digital Eclipse should be renamed to Digital Excuse. Oh shit. The verdict, the final score, I think I gave it a 3.5 or 3 out of 10. I don't remember. I have to pull up my old day one stream, but I gave it close to the same score. There's a lot good about it, but the bad outweighs the good. That's the honest truth. And one thing I can say on a positive note, Digital Eclipse has been working on it, but it doesn't excuse the way the game is. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you're being negative. Oh, you're killing the game. Oh. No, I'm not killing the game. I love this game. When it works, I have fun. There's grinding the achievements are kind of fun. When my inputs don't drop, it's fun. Beating all the secret characters has been fun. Beating the ladders has been fun. Advanced boss, he was streaming Sub-Zero. Was that fun? No, but the stream was fun. So there's fun to be had in this collection. You can't take that away because it's Mortal Kombat, bro. You can't take that away, you know. But it's a mess. We have to admit this is bad. This dude James MK has been doing this for fucking years, dude. Hardcore. Like we're talking, like we were casual. Most of us were super ultra casual when this came out. This dude was already at that hardcore level at that time. MK1. And he's still here, still kicking, still whooping ass. He's speaking the truth, man. I'm sorry. We can't get past that. And you know, shout out to Digital Eclipse for trying to fix shit. They're trying. They should. I don't think I can say is I wish you guys would just said it was early access. I think that would have worked. That would have paved over way better because that way everyone could say what they have to say and you have more time to iron it out. Versus now it's a full release. Now everyone's on your ass. Like, yo, what the fuck? Where's my lobbies? Where's this shit dropping? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it's bad. You're going to feel the heat. You released it like this, and you're quiet about a lot of shit people are asking. So this is what happens. This is what happens, you know. We have some comments. I even commented on it. But, you know, even somebody said spot on accurate. But he said the same thing. Summoning said, spot on accurate. Well, one major thing I will add. After we got it working, the fun factor for him was at least a 9 out of 10. Which is true. Like I said, once it's working, it's fun. But that's not all that happened. That's not all that happened out of this situation. My boy got blocked. He got blocked for speaking the truth. What happens when you speak the truth, not as a critic, but as a creator about a product that's carries 7 games you help bring to life? When you dare to point out the cracks and flaws, suddenly honesty makes you the villain. But this isn't about ego, envy, or bitterness. It's about passion, the kind that refuses to stay silent when something sacred to you is mishandled. Well fucking said, James. He definitely cooked. This is about respect for the community, for the players, and for the legacy of every soul who bled creativity, sweat, and heart into these titles across the decades. We didn't build this history to watch it be reduced to a checklist of bugs and flaws, or for a quick cash grab. Cooking. Mortal Kombat, the game, may have been born from the vision of Ed Boon and John Tobias, but the franchise, the legacy, was forged by countless hands, artists, coders, designers, testers, storytellers, and unsung heroes who turned pixels into memories and passion into a global phenomenon. Their work deserves to be remembered, respected, and represented, not rewritten or forgotten. LOL clown move. Bam, blocked. And then that boy Dark Rewind, you already know about him. I just said, damn, this is sad. Why can't we speak the truth? Why is that bad? We aren't the bad guys. We're the consumer, the same ones that kept this legacy alive for 30 years. Shaking my head. Come on, we want this to be great. And if they aren't listening to us, then this will forever be a dud. That's all I had to say. And then I got attacked by the shills. I had to heart it because they're so passionate. Truth is one thing, and hoping the studio shuts down and never actually giving constructive feedback is another. No one fucking said that. Calling them scammers, liars, and lazy isn't speaking the truth. It's called being an asshole. I read James. I read what I said. I didn't say the word scammer, liar, or lazy was said in either one. And it's called being an asshole. The only asshole here is the asshole you're licking for Digital Eclipse. You boot licking fucking idiot. No, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. Oh my God. I can replace your words with why can't we throw malice filled words at the devs? Why can't we scream their product is garbage and badmouth them and it would be more correct than what you said? No, he's not saying that. He's being honest. What's wrong with the world here? We can't be honest. He was being extremely constructive. He got blocked. Like, Whoa. We're not the bad guys. He's not the bad guy. He bought this shit. He didn't get it for free. He's not chilling. He's just being honest. When someone pays for something and they're not satisfied, they have the right to speak on it. He's standing on business. We want the game to be fucking represented well. You guys are saying if what we're saying is a problem, then you're okay with this shit. Stop all patches, stop all arcade, no crossplay, no fixes, no input lag, no input delay. Let it stay fucked up. You guys accept this, then it has to stay fucked up. Because of us speaking up, you've gotten hot fixes. Simple as that. I'm gonna say it. The truth, once again, has been spoken. Dan has blocked another one. James MK. I don't think he realized who he blocked, but he blocked a very important person. That's all I gotta say. Who's next? Who's he gonna block next? Ed Boon? John Tobias? You might as well. There's no one to blame but yourselves. Speak up, be transparent, and the truth will set you free. Oh, that's all I have for you guys today, man. Hopefully we get another hot fix or something cool to celebrate. I'm still waiting on the online arcade. Like I said, when the game works, I'm having fun. So when I get it to work and shit's moving, we're playing, you know. But yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had to do this for James MK because he's been doing this for a long time. He didn't ask me to do it. I went out my way to do this because I don't think you guys realize this dude's an OG, bro, like a real triple OG in the MK streets. And yeah, to see this, oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy work. Crazy work from them. But that's all I got. Once again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know what you guys think. Did Dan take it too far? Did James take it too far? I think James kept it real. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Godly from Next Gen Nostalgia is out. Peace out, guys.